Hi there, in this tutorial I'll be quickly showing you how to wrap a helix type shape around a rectangle or make a vine wrap around an object, I suppose. Process is really easy, so yeah, let's get to it. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is going to draw the object which we're going to wrap this helix around. So all I'm going to do is just going to grab my rectangle tool from the side here. I'm just going to draw a long thin rectangle like so. And I'm just going to come up to my width and height thing up here. If you don't have them up here, you're probably going to find them in your transform dialog box, usually on the side here. But I'm going to change the width to be the same width as the line I'm going to wrap around it, which I plan on being about 4 point. So just type in 4pt and hit enter, and now reduce the size down. Now because it's also reduced the height down because I had the constrained proportions there as well. So you can make it taller if you want, but it's entirely up to you. I'm going to just boost it up a little bit like so. All good, and I'm going to get rid of the stroke on the shape. So what I'm going to do is just going to turn off the stroke, and I'm going to make that shape black so we can see it like that. Alright, so alongside this shape we got here, I'm just going to draw our line which we're going to wrap around it. So I'm just going to grab our pen tool, and I'm just going to click once, and then holding shift come down roughly to the bottom of this shape, doesn't have to be exact, and click again. Holding shift is going to keep the line straight. Now I'm going to add a stroke to that line, so I'm just going to press Shift X on the keyboard to swap the fill and stroke around, and I'm just going to give it probably a green, stroke, like so, and I'm going to increase the width of that stroke to 4 point, so it's about the same size as the shape we're going to wrap it around. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to come up with, we're going to make sure this line is selected, so we're just going to select that, and we're going to come up to our effect drop down menu here, and we're going to go distort and transform and just click on the zigzag button, like so. And it's going to bring up this little zigzag dialog box. First thing we want to do is we're going to want to make it smooth, we don't want it to be all jagged. I'm going to click preview to see what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to increase the amount of ridges for that, so yeah, about 6 ridges will do, and I'm going to decrease the size of the arc on it, like so. I think about 6 is going to be good enough so we can see it wrapping around. Alright, and we're just going to hit OK. Now I'm going to just grab this shape and roughly align it in the center of this one, like so. Actually, we can select both of those shapes and just come up to the top here and just hit this align to centers. And that should center align everything. Here we go. Alright, so the next step here is we're going to expand the squiggly line into an actual shape. At the moment this is just an effect attached to a path, so what we're going to do is we're going to want to expand that into an actual shape. So we're going to come up to Object and hit Expand Appearance, and what it'll do is it's going to make the path into the squiggly line, and then we're going to go Object and Expand, and just make sure fill and stroke are ticked and hit OK, and now turn it into an actual shape. So now we can start taking sections out of the shape and give the appearance that it's actually wrapping around the black line. So I'm just going to zoom in on our two shapes here. So I'm just going to select this black rectangle here, and I'm just going to copy it by pressing Ctrl C, and then paste it into place by pressing Ctrl F, and I'm going to bring that shape to the front by pressing Ctrl Shift right square bracket. And I'm just going to shrink it down to roughly where I want to cut out the section. So I'm just going to go and grab both ends and resize that to fit like so. Alright, I'm going to make that red so we can see where it is, and I'm going to copy that by pressing Ctrl C so we can save it for later or use it later. So yeah, just make sure you copy that shape so we can use it again for the next sections. Otherwise you're just going to be constantly resizing the black one, which is a bit annoying. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to select the green one and the red one by holding shift and clicking on them both. And we're going to come up to our Pathfinder dialog box here, and we're going to use this subtract one here. Now on CS3 I have to hold Alt to do a clean subtract. I'm pretty sure in newer versions of Illustrator you don't have to do that, but just hover over it and it'll give you a little tool hint to tell you what to do. I think the new ones you don't have to hold Alt, but CS3 and below you do. So holding Alt and clicking on that, it's going to cut that piece out like so. So we're already starting to see the the kind of wrapping around effect going on there. So we're just going to repeat that step for our next section that we want to cut out. So I'm just going to paste that red box in that we copied before by pressing Control F, and I'm just going to bump it down to the next section I want to cut out, which will be the second intersection, like so. And then this is where it gets a little confusing. Now if we select this shape and this one and hit the subtract button, for some reason this bit up here is going to disappear. So what we're going to want to do is grab our white pointer tool and then select the green shape, the bottom part of it, from the middle of it. Don't click on the path, click on the fill area, and then holding shift again click on the fill area of the red one, and this way holding alt and hitting subtract won't make the top half disappear. Alright, and we're just going to repeat that again for our next bit down here. So pressing Control F and just bumping down the red box into our next area we want to cut out, and again with our white pointer tool, holding shift, click that, click the red button, holding alt, hit subtract, and voila, we have our green vine wrapping around our black rectangle here. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so there you have it. Now I've just gone added some poorly drawn leaves to that, just to give you an idea of what you could do with this. Yeah, so as you can see, the process is really quite easy. It's just figuring out a clever little way to do a simple thing. But yeah, if you like this tutorial, feel free to hit the like button. Also subscribe, I will be posting more tutorials in the future. And yeah, have a nice day.